A very good morning and Jai Hind children. Welcome to your biology class. So children, we have completed the chapter microorganism. We have done all the exercise also, and only microorganism is there in your PT2 syllabus. So today we will start with the new chapter, that is conservation of plants and animals. So this is chapter number 7 of your book. So it is there on page number 94. Children, please open page number 94. So take out your science book and open page number 94. Chapter 7, conservation of plants and animals. Children, we'll revise the chapter microorganism. So don't worry, we'll do it before your exams. But today we'll start with a new chapter, that is conservation of plants and animals, that is chapter number 7. Okay, so it is there on page number 94 of your book. So please open it and take a pencil with you so you can underline the important words and the lines. Alright. So let's start with this chapter, conservation of plants and animals. Children, this chapter is very easy and you know everything about this chapter, just we have to recall it. Okay, so chapter 7, conservation of plants and animals. So as the title of the chapter says, conservation of plants and animals. To conserve, conservation का मतलब to conserve, to protect. Alright, to protect them from any threats is called conservation. Alright, conservation is nothing but protection. Alright, protection of plants and animals. So in this chapter, we will go through the different varieties of plants and animals. We will go through what is environment, what is ecosystem, what are species, how we can conserve these plants and animals, why they are important, and why we are studying this chapter. Alright, so the chapter says conservation of plants and animals. Children, we know that we are surrounded by various plants and animals around. As we step out of our house, we come across various types of animals and plants. Isn't it? The moment we step out of our house, we come across dogs, cow, and goat, and buffaloes, and cat, and we come across many types of animals. Isn't it? We also come across various plants. Okay, so we as a human are surrounded by various plants and animals. Okay, so what do you think? These plants and animals are useful to us or not? See, if we talk about plants, so you are aware about that plant is very important for us. Why plant is important for us? Because plant gives us oxygen. Okay? So because that is why plant is important. Only that is the purpose of plant? No. Plant have various importance in our life. Okay? Plant also gives us various things, like plant helps us from soil erosion. What is soil erosion? So today we'll just go through the introductory part of this chapter. So we'll study the introduction of this chapter. So we'll go through certain important terminologies of which are included in this chapter. Okay. So we'll just have an introduction. So we were talking about plants. Okay, so plants, how they are useful to us. First, it gives us oxygen. What else? Okay, from plant we can obtain timber. So what is timber? From timber we make different furnitures that we use. Okay, plant gives us paper. We make paper from the plant. The rubber is made from the latex of the plant. This we have studied in class 7, isn't it? So plants are of utmost importance to us. Okay, now what about animals? Are they important to us or not? Definitely, animals are also very important for us, as you have studied in class 7 about food chain and food web. Yes, so what happens in food chain and food web? That each and every species that is existing are dependent upon each other in some way or the other. Like we are dependent on animals. Okay, how we are dependent on animals? Like who gives us milk? Cow gives us milk. Okay, and cow is an animal, isn't it? We eat meat, we eat flesh. So what is it? We eat mutton, we eat chicken. So what is it? They are coming from animals. Okay, and how animals are important? Animals also gives us different fabrics. Okay, if you remember the chapter, like sheep gives us wool. Okay, there are various other animals also that gives us wool. Okay, and the silk, silk fabric, it comes from silkworm, isn't it? So silkworm is again what? It is an animal. So these are the few examples that we are dependent on animals also, and vice versa. Animals are also dependent on us. Plants are also dependent on us. And apart from these plants and animals, there are various microbes. There are various microorganisms on which we are dependent, and we are beneficial. We are getting the benefit from all these microbes, as we have studied in the previous chapter. That there are various microbes that are important for us, like lactobacillus, like streptomycin. Okay, so these are the microbes that are important for us. So in the environment, so what is environment? Children, first let's see what is environment. So I hope you are aware of this term environment. So what is environment? When we listen to this term environment, the first thing that comes to our mind is surrounding. Okay. So what is environment? Environment is surrounding. And what are the things that are present in surrounding? So basically in surrounding we have living and non-living things. Alright? Or in a biological term, living is also called biotic and non-living is called abiotic. Isn't it? So what is environment? Environment is nothing but a surrounding, and surrounding includes biotic and abiotic components. Alright, this we have already studied in the previous class. So we have biotic and abiotic components. So all the living things like plants, animals and microbes are biotic components. Alright, what are abiotic components? Air, water, soil, minerals are abiotic components. Alright, because they are non-living. So we are like these biotic, we are also included in biotic components. Alright, so this biotic and abiotic components are interdependent on each other. Is it so or not? are they interdependent on each other or not? We cannot survive without air. We cannot survive without water. We cannot survive without soil. Plants cannot survive without soil. Plants cannot survive without water. Even microbes need all these. There are several microbes that are present in the soil. Alright, and these all the abiotic component, the air that is present, we are maintaining the balance. So the biotic and abiotic components are interdependent upon each other, and this interdependency of biotic and abiotic components is nothing but environment. Alright, so if this interdependency of biotic and abiotic components is environment. Alright, so that was environment. Now coming on to the next term, that is ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Children, what is ecosystem? Ecosystem, eco means environment. Eco का क्या मतलब होता है? Environment. System मतलब होता है कोई भी closed area. Okay, a closed area is a system. Okay, so it is a closed area. Alright, so what is ecosystem? Ecosystem is nothing but a particular area in which the biotic and abiotic components are interacting with each other. It is called ecosystem. Like, take for example, we have different types of ecosystems. Like, take for example, we have aquatic ecosystem. We have aquatic ecosystem. Alright, so we know what is the term aquatic means. Aquatic is related to water. Okay, so aquatic ecosystem is water ecosystem. So now let's go to the pond or river or ocean or sea. तो वहाँ पे क्या होता है, when we look closely to this aquatic ecosystem, we have various aquatic animals there, like fishes. We have various aquatic animals like fishes, crocodiles and everything, isn't it? And also we have various aquatic plants that are present in that system. Okay. Now apart from these animals and plants, we have water there and sunlight is also there. Alright. So what can you observe here? So there are living systems also and there are non-living systems also. Like we have biotic components also and we have abiotic component also, and they are again interdependent on each other. So this particular system is called ecosystem. Environment एक बहुत बड़ा term है. Environment includes everything, whereas ecosystem is like, consider this complete box is environment. Okay, in this environment we have different ecosystems. Like we have terrestrial ecosystem, we have aquatic ecosystem, we have pond ecosystem, we have desert ecosystem. Like consider your school, the building of your school, complete school is environment. Alright, and the classes in which you are studying is ecosystem. So if I say that environment includes all biotic and abiotic components and they are interacting with each other, तो आपके एक पर्टिकुलर क्लास में भी तो बायोटिक और एबायोटिक कंपोनेंट होंगे जो आपस में इंटरैक्ट कर रहे हैं, but they have different properties. Alright, so don't go into much detail of it. Just understand what is ecosystem. Ecosystem is a particular area where biotic and abiotic components are interacting with each other. So it is called ecosystem. Clear? And the study of ecosystem is called, children, this you have already studied in the previous class. So what is the study of ecosystem called? It is called ecology. Okay? The study of ecosystem is called ecology. Okay? The subjects that deals with the environment or ecosystem is called ecology. Who gave this term ecology? Ernest Haeckel. Alright? Ernest Haeckel gave the term ecology. Clear? So this we have already studied in the previous class. Okay? Now coming on to the next term, that is species. Children, while studying or in starting also, I have taken this name called species every time. So what is species? So species are the group of individual entity. Those can breed among each other. They have similar property. They have similar characteristics. Alright, and they can breed among themselves. They are called species. Species can be of animals also, it can be of plant also. Like take for example, we have various species of mango. We have various species of mango. So what does that mean? मैंगो की बहुत सारी स्पीशीज हैं, so you must be knowing it. We have दशहरी आम, we have that लंगड़ा आम, and we have that what तोतापरी आम, and we have varieties of mangoes. Alright, so these are the different species of mango. Everything is a mango, but species are different. Now coming on to dogs. So dogs are also having various species. Some are Doberman, then we have Pomeranian, then we have Labrador. Okay, so you must be knowing more than me. So we have different species of dogs. Okay, though that we are familiar with. Alright, so dog is one complete community. In that community, we have different species of dogs. Okay, like Pomeranian, like Labrador, like Doberman and Pug and everything. So we have different species of dogs. Okay, similarly we have different species of plants also. Like when you closely observe the neem plant itself, एक होती है कड़वी नीम, the neem leaf that is very sour, okay, that is very bitter, and one we have that meaty neem. Alright, so these are the familiar plants and animals that you know. Apart from these, we have n number of species of plants and animals around us that even we have not ever observed it, or we have not ever focused on that. So we have different varieties of it. Same goes with the rose plant. If you see, you can even see the pink rose, you can see the purple rose, red rose, so you have already seen. We can also have a white rose, we have a purple rose. So the rose also is having a different varieties. Alright, so these are the different species of particular plant and animals. Okay, so they are different species of plants and animals. So what is a species? A species is a group of similar individuals that can interbreed among themselves. Interbreed among themselves, like dogs can interbreed among themselves. Alright, clear? So when they interbreed, they can produce another young one. Alright, so they can interbreed among themselves. Even plants, they can perform the process of reproduction among themselves. Alright, If we have two different entities, two different species, they cannot like interbreed among themselves. So species are the group of same or similar individual that can interbreed among themselves. So as we are having n number of species of plants and animals, different varieties of plants and animals, so this is called biodiversity. Now what is biodiversity? So I hope the species is clear and ecosystem is clear to you. Now coming on to biodiversity. Children, this is very important and this chapter deals with this topic mainly, that is biodiversity. So what is biodiversity? Bio का मतलब कहीं पे भी आप देखें तो it is related to plants and animals and microbes also. So plants, animals and microbes. Okay. Diversity means variety. Diversity का क्या मतलब होता है? Variety. So because there are various species of plants and animals, different varieties of plants and animals that are existing in this complete ecosystem, that is why the term has been given called biodiversity. Clear? So let's quickly go to the text. Please open your book, children. Open chapter 7. Open chapter 7, conservation of plants and animals, page number 94. So let's go to the text. Let's see what is written there. Okay, chapter 7, conservation of plants and animals. Okay, so let's see. You can see in the figure here we have different varieties of animals and plants. Can you see here? So this is a chapter, conservation of plants and animals. So let's start with it. So first we have the term called ecosystem. So what is ecosystem? And please underline this line, children. An ecosystem is made up of all plants and animals and microorganisms in an area along with all non-living components such as climate, soil, rivers, deltas, etc. So what is an ecosystem? Ecosystem includes all the living and non-living components that are interacting among each other, and they also have non-living components like climate, soil, river, deltas, everything. Alright, so this is ecosystem. Clear? Now in an ecosystem we have different species. In an ecosystem we have different species. Now what are species? A species is a group of organisms that are similar to each other and can reproduce within the group. Okay, so a species is a group of organisms that are similar to each other, जो एक दूसरे से similar होते हैं and they can reproduce within the group. Okay, so they are called a species. So I hope these two terms are clear, ecosystem and species. Now because we have different varieties of plants and animals, so the term is derived called biodiversity. So we have a term called biodiversity. So what is biodiversity? So we are aware that, let's see what is written. Though all organisms have some fundamental similarities, yet nature is full of fascinating diverse form of organisms. A wide range of different types of organisms are found in particular ecosystem. For example, 10 of 1000 different species can be found in a rainforest ecosystem. So there is a different type of forest. So one is rainforest ecosystem. तो एक रेन फॉरेस्ट में हमें 1000 ऑफ वेराइटीज मिल सकते हैं, ओके, ऑफ प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स. सो द वेराइटीज ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म इन अ रीजन इज referred to as biodiversity of the region. Okay, so what is biodiversity, children? So what is biodiversity? When a variety of plants and animals are present in a particular area, it is called its biodiversity. Okay, in a biodiversity, the plants that are present are called flora and animals are called fauna. Okay, so plants are called flora and animals are called fauna. Alright, so please remember this. Plants are called flora and animals are called fauna. Clear? So in our biodiversity we have varieties of flora and fauna. Fauna is animal, flora is plants. Okay, so in a biodiversity we have varieties of flora and fauna. Clear? So this is biodiversity. So let's again go to the text. What is there? So we have flora and fauna. So let's see. The plants found in the region, form flora and animals form fauna of the region. They together form a biodiversity of area. And children, India has one of the richest biodiversity. Okay, it stands at the 3rd position in biodiversity. So India is one of the most biodiversified country of the world, because in India we have varieties of flora and fauna. India has variety of ecosystem ranging from tropical rainforest to the alpine vegetation and from temperate forest to the coastal wetlands. So we have varieties of forest. We have tropical forest, we have alpine vegetation, we have temperate forest, we have coastal wetlands. So these are different types of forest depending on कि कितने amount of forest cover area है, कितने wildlife है. So they are dependent on this. Okay. So rich biodiversity of both flora and fauna exist in these ecosystem. Alright, so that was a bit gist of this chapter, that what we have to study in this chapter. Children, apart from that we have certain more topics to be covered in this chapter. So that is, let's see what are the topics that we have to study in this chapter. So we have to study what is biodiversity, biodiversity in forest, threats to biodiversity, consequences of deforestation, wildlife in danger, conservation of forest and wildlife, and endemic species. So these are the topics that are included in this chapter. So we will study about these topics one by one. Okay, so in this complete chapter we will study about different types of floras and faunas, and we will study how we can conserve it, what is deforestation, what are the causes and effects of deforestation, what is national park, biosphere reserves and wildlife sanctuary, what is the difference between all these things, how we can protect them. So everything is included in this chapter. So we'll start from the beginning one by one and we'll complete this chapter. Alright Children, don't worry, we'll revise the chapter microorganism before your this PT2, and also the coal and petroleum, the left part, that is fuel, fossil fuel and everything, that also we will revise before your exam. And children, in yesterday's class I gave you one correction for coal and petroleum, very short answer question. So that the fuel used in jet aeroplanes. So the answer that I gave you was petrol. So please cut petrol and write kerosene. So the correct answer is kerosene. So please do this correction and prepare for your PT2 examination. Alright. In case of any doubt, please do ask. And children, in coal and petroleum chapter, only exercise A and B is coming. Short answer question, long answer question, HOTS are not there. Alright, we will do it later. Okay, so that's it. So that's all about today's class. So we'll meet again. Till then, stay safe, stay home and prepare well for your exams. Okay, children, do learn this way exercise of combustion and flame, microorganism and coal and petroleum, exercise A and B. Alright, so we'll meet again for the revisional class. So that's all for today. Have a great day and study well. Thank you and Jai Hind children.